Oh, no, I'm fine to go. So.
And then he did Absa, Maple, and then he Edilus. So Elian has definitely helped give more character to our characters.
Touche.
And now we have Kenju, who actually worked on pixel art for Undertale.
No way.
Doing stage art on Rivals. He did the Blazing Hideout and the Tower of Heaven stage.
Okay.
Because all the other stages were made by Johan Vignette, who is an artist I met on Twitter, who had to sadly stop working on Rivals because he stopped freelancing once he had a pixel art gig. So
I think they were doing button checks right there, or one of them wasn't ready.
It looks like it.
One of them definitely wasn't ready for the match.
Oh, I didn't even know Dolphin Brick was here. So Dolphin, I thought I was the best Orcane here for a little bit, but I'm not now.
So Dolphin Brick just destroyed me the first time I
did
played him. Yeah. So I played turquoise color, the quote-unquote Orcane, best Orcane.
He's the best
whatever.
Orcane. I think Dolphin Brick also does really well in tournaments, so it's probably them two now.
Yeah, I was talking to Dolphin Brick. He's like, yo, give me turquoise in a one-on-one. I got his number. He's telling me. So it's interesting in that, you know, with the development of this new game, everybody's trying to figure out their own play style with their character. So turquoise on one hand is like a very aggressive Orcane main where he comes in flying in with like reverse forward airs, which is a very powerful attack from Orcane. However, Dolphin Brick is all about setting up these booby traps, it feels like.
Yeah, and he obviously just showed off he has a really good combo game too.
Yeah. I mean, he's already got his opponent up to 82%.
He's 82 to
any damage
not
yet.
0. All right, Maple goes in, gets a jab, gets a quick 28% from that short combo. So
yeah. Oh, but dunks him off the stage. This could be trouble. Oh,
nice.
And uses the reverse forward air to get back to the stage. I have yet to see that.
Immediately after double jump, he definitely you can see he's kind of learned different ways to get back on stage because he mixed that up pretty good.
Sure.
Orcane is another character where at first you think he's not really the same as Zetterburn in the sense that he can't be edge guarded as easily, but Orcane's another character that you can edge guard because his recovery options are pretty linear.
Yeah.
So if you add things to mix it up, it's just like when Cups was playing where it makes it a lot harder to close out stocks.
So since we haven't seen Orcane in a little bit on stream, Orcane definitely one of those characters that's more of like a booby trap oriented character using the little kind of puddle that he makes on the ground to set up traps where he's able to create bubbles out of the ground as well as teleport to that spot with his up B.
Yeah, so his puddle becomes like something you always have to be thinking about. And the teleport's a KO option. The bubbles are very good at racking up damage.
Yeah, and kind of stifling your opponent's movement, trapping them into an area for you to follow up with combos too.
Yeah.
At least that's what I saw from Dolphin Brick. Every time he laid one of those puddles and I got caught in the bubbles like that, I took a ton of damage.
Yeah.
And you see it right there. Kills at 67%.
Yeah,
that's the other thing going on with the puddle, right? Is that if you do a smash attack over it, it becomes a powered up smash attack.
Yeah, so it actually just gets more range. Orcane's up strong is just that powerful to begin with.
Awesome.
But I think he charged that a little bit because I don't think 67 is all that common. But then again, up strong is probably one of the strongest KO moves in the game.
Sure.
It's also one of the slowest. It's very reminiscent of like Ivysaur's up smash from
Smash.
from
Brawl?
Project Melee or from Brawl or.
Okay.
It's definitely like a slow, but if you hit it, it's going to do some work. And when you can extend it, that makes it an even scarier KO option.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that he has one of the biggest slides when he goes into his like dash attack canceled up smash. So he's able to slide across the entire length of the stage almost and whip out that up smash out of nowhere.
Yeah, and then Tandori played really patiently at the end there to close that out. He definitely didn't go up to chase. He stayed on the ground. That's where Maple's speed is. She doesn't have quite the same speed if you go up in the air, so he played that well.
Good pressure coming from Tandori right now. Able to rack up this quick 50%.
Nice.
Still going.
Yeah, he's showing off Maple's combo game for sure.
Yep, that belongs in the combo.
And a little bit of a flubbed input on look by Dolphin Brick there, but also he like I said, he's trying to mix up his recovery, but you only have so many options, especially when you get sent that low. And that's a great spike though too to close it. That's one of my favorite things to do right now when I play Orcane is using the up air because it hits above you and it's a really good kill move above, but he also has a hitbox on his belly that spikes. And it really messes with people's timing because the hitbox comes out later than the water spout, so you can land that a lot.
And that's one of the other interesting dynamics of the character of Orcane is that he has all these attacks that the water pressure comes out in front of him, but then his body becomes a hitbox behind him, right? So like you see that with like the forward air where he could shoot bubbles out the front, but it pushes himself backwards, and so when his body runs into you, it becomes this very powerful kind of aerial attack.
We call that in among the people I've been making the game with, the bubble butt.
Turn around, show the world you got a big old bubble butt, man.
Nice. So Tandori with a very aggressive match there.
Yeah, man, popping that bubble. So Tandori bringing it back. So now the score is 1-1, I believe, right?
Yep, 1-1. So yeah, Dolphin Brick is definitely good. Like I said, it was pretty much undisputed for a while that Turquoise was the best Orcane. Dolphin Brick has also been doing really well in tournaments too, so it's not as undisputed. I think it's like they're both like two of the top. They're both the top of their characters, so it's not good to see that he's here. I forgot that he was in the area, so.
Yeah, it's great to see some more Orcane representation.
Yeah.
Especially since a lot of the characters I've seen in the bracket for the most part have been a lot of Zetterburn, a lot of Maple.
Yep.
And a few Crags I saw as well.
Yeah, we had AZ, and then we had Rydlos is a really good ABSA.
Need that Etalus representation, though. Come on, people.
Right.
Help me out. Let me see my character get in there.
We got to see Ralph and Rydlos play their third set.
Ooh, good first stock by Tandori. Only taking 27% right now.
Nice.
So it's going to be a...
He almost, like... Oh my gosh, Dolphin almost closed that out right after that, though.
That really would have killed that up smash
almost.
from that percentage.
It didn't look like Tandori DI'd that one very well compared to the other one, so that's why he got so close to the blast zone. Yeah. That was a really good air dodge, by the way, by Dolphin Break.
Yeah, he definitely was very much in danger of getting spiked by that forward air.
And then right there you see how, even though he's really edge guardable, if you have a puddle in a good spot and it's far enough away, you can, that's a, oh, nice.
Reverse
so that was
sliding up smash.
And that was without a puddle, so that shows you that the move itself is pretty good. It just doesn't have nearly the same size hitbox unless you have use it with a puddle.
I mean, that puddle definitely extends all the hitboxes of all of his smash attacks by like, what, double, triple the length almost?
Yeah, it's probably like triple, yeah.
Yeah. So like I've seen people especially incorporating with that kind of jump canceled slide mechanic going on. They're able to throw these like up smashes and forward smashes from like seemingly forever away and still able to snipe you from like halfway across the stage.
Yeah, and they're always looking to see how you're going to be landing on platforms too, because that's when they can really catch you.
Yep.
Especially after like if you tech on a platform and then they slide through with the up strong.
That'll close out the stock for Tandori right there.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good lead. If Dolphin Brick wants to take this, he's going to have to close this out pretty quick.
Yeah. Orcane, definitely one of those characters that relies on his booby traps a lot. However, they do take a little bit of setup and time to come out. Whereas Maple is like such an up-close, in-your-face kind of character that once he's inside Orcane's zone, it seems like Orcane is having a little bit of trouble dealing with all this high pressure. Yeah,
Orcane he has a combo game, but it's like a bit harder to get a handle on, and it's not always situational, whereas he can always kind of do stuff from that mid-range.
Sure.
Or if you're on his puddle. He also likes when people are there.
Ooh, good forward smash.
A nice parry, yeah. Parry to kind of close out. Let's see if he can do some magic. This is like our largest stage, so he can, if he DIs well and he doesn't get caught by too much, he could live for a good while. See,
got up smash, almost died right there, but manages to hang on.
Yeah, with some good DI.
Bubbles everywhere, man.
Yeah, he's gonna try to keep him out, which is hard because Maple has a lot of ways to get in.
Yeah, you're saying like Orcane definitely has one of the more solid combo games. However, getting that initial hit is always like the biggest issue, I would say, in that, especially in a matchup like this where Maple has an easier time of getting that initial hit. It's going to be tough now that you're at 142 to try to bring this back, but anybody can do it.
Oh,
like Dolphin Break.
He's got vertical KO potential, so like, oh, the plant just saves him. Oh,
this is a close set.
Oh,
Dolphin Brick bringing it back. Now up 2-1 off that that up air right there. So good connection from the bubbles up into the up air.
Tandori is probably feeling the new plant design, being like, damn, why did you do this to me? Because
Yeah,
in the last
something you changed
update,
in the patch, right?
Yeah, so last update what would have happened was he would have hit that plant, got wrapped up, and died. This update, instead of wrapping him, it knocked him out of the up strong.
Gotcha.
And that's what let Dolphin Brick escape. So we'll see how Tandori reacts to this match.
Good trap. Doesn't get any follow-up off of it, though.
He definitely had a solid lead, but it doesn't take too much damage for Orcane to be in kill percent. So
And he's got Orcane off the stage.
he goes for an up special.
I was going to say, good mix-up from Dolphin Brick. You never know whether or not he's just going to land on the stage or go to where the puddle is to try to get back.
Yeah.
And now he's off stage again. This is not looking good. Tandori with the quick first stock.
Closes it out. He's got a decent percent, though. Dolphin Brick can...
oh, my gosh. These bubbles, I had no idea if all the bubbles hit, they did that much damage.
Yeah, so each one does 2, which like isn't that much, but when you string them together like
and he
that...
got 10 bubbles right there. He did 20 damage on one attack. That's right. Your boy knows math. I got it.
Yeah, well, he did the down special into 4 there, so he's like just putting all the bubbles in one spot.
Yep.
Trying to rack up that damage.
That's a bubble bath you do not want to be a part of, my friend.
I like it.
All right, off-stage scenario. Catches him with some more bubbles right there. Good jab combo. Almost leads it up into another booby trap.
We'll see. Who's the showdown guy? I might grab a drink of water real quick.
Yeah, no worries.
Somebody wants to hop
Yeah.
on.
Let somebody know. Tag out.
Wait.
See you in a bit. Ooh, and we have another stock lead for Dolphin Brick. So Dolphin Brick in prime position to close out this whole entire set. However, Tandori definitely not going to let this man just do it immediately like that, man. Not on his watch. So we've got Dolphin Brick in a situation where he is at 105%. Any smash attack almost at this point will close out the stock. And so I'm being joined right now by the one, the only, the Tango of Santa Rosa Smash.
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm out, of course. We're getting into, is this? We must be in top 8 now. Winter semi?
Winter semis, yeah.
I was just watching from over there with a sick comeback by
dude,
Dolphin Brick.
Brick's Orcane, man. This is on point right now. However, he was up a full stock a second ago, and now it's relatively even. Almost gets caught in that up smash.
Yeah, I'm amazed by Tandori's punish game. He's getting the most out of everything for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. However, Dolphin Brick has also been minimalizing this punish game from Tandori by setting up all these booby traps.
Oh,
right
and
now.
down smash, is that enough?
No, it's definitely not enough.
Nice DI.
The Maple patch definitely ended up hurting Maple a little bit in terms of power.
Oh,
Uses
wow.
the Puddle to extend the smash tag
That was like
3
the
times
max
the range.
spacing.
Yep. And hits him right on the tip. So Dolphin Brick going to Winners Finals to fight Ralph.
Taking it 3-1 against Tandori.
Yeah, Tandori, who is coming into this tournament as like the 2nd seed.
Oh, yeah.
So very impressive performance by Dolphin Brick right there.
For sure. Yeah, good stuff.